Glorious V8 sound. What's up everybody, Superworks fan here, and so just a random little video based on some crazy news that just dropped today. I apologize first for the rain noise here, it's raining pretty good, and the tire noise here from the snow tires, but anyway, let's get down to it. Ford just announced today in a surprise press conference that they're going to be electrifying a lot of their vehicle range, including the Transit, the F-150, and the F-150 is kind of cool. They're saying it's going to have an onboard generator with a hybrid powertrain, and that'll be very cool. But then they said that the Mustang is also going to be hybrid. A hybrid Mustang. Crazy times we live in. So, they didn't really give any details. All that they said was that it will be coming in 2020, which is when the debut of the new S650 generation Mustang, the completely new ground-up redo of the Mustang, will happen for the 2021 model year. So 2020 is when that is coming, this hybrid Mustang, and they said that it will deliver V8 power with improved low-end torque, which is typical. You add batteries, you add electricity, it always improves the low-end torque. They are torque monsters whenever you have any kind of electric powertrain. So that's cool, but they said V8 power levels, or V8 power. So that can be taken a couple of different ways. Some people said, oh, that means it's just going to have a V8 and then the hybrid. But V8 power is a very careful way of wording that to make it, I think what most people agree it sounds like is that V8 power means it's going to have as much horsepower as a V8, but with the assistance of a hybrid system. So you're looking at probably either like a twin turbo V6 or something along those lines. And so yes, now I will fully admit I'm a traditionalist. I like old school stuff. I love, my current 2016 Mustang GT with a naturally aspirated, port-injected V8 engine, rear-wheel drive, manual transmission. That's the way I like it. So all this futuristic Mustang talk really makes me a little bit nervous. But I don't want to act like the sky is falling and it's the end of the world because, when you look at how they've introduced new technology in the past in Mustangs, for example, the EcoBoost engine, they debuted it alongside the V6 and it kept the V6 around here for a number of years, even despite the fact that they had nearly identical power ratings. I think that was to try and wean people into the idea of a four-cylinder Mustang again. And we are, fairly confident that the V6 will be going away here for the 2018 model year this year. And it had about 3 years of sticking around, and then the Turbo 4 will probably be the new base engine, which is just one of those things, again, with the increasing emissions requirements and things like that, their hand is kind of forced and that's what they got to do. And that's one of those things that's unfortunate. The V6 motor was great, and so now hopefully the V8 doesn't have the same fate, because okay, so there's a hybrid version. What would they do with a hybrid version? There's a bunch of different ways that could go as well. It could be some kind of mid-level model, but the idea that they're saying it's going to have V8 power with improved low-end torque makes it sound like it's going to be better than a V8 version. If it's going to have V8 power but better torque, then that means that obviously that's kind of, I think, how it should be taken, which means it could be a new top dog Mustang, which means we could have the EcoBoost, the GT with its old-fashioned V8 that's slower and whatever, and then have this new high-tech hybrid Mustang that will be faster off the line thanks to those electric motors. Could potentially even be all-wheel drive, because you could have the electric motors doing the front wheels, something like that, and then have some kind of twin turbo V6 setup. There's some good old wheel spin in the rain here, and then you could have a twin turbo V6 thing, which is a very powerful, good motor, much like you see in stuff like the Ford GT supercar, which won Le Mans with that engine. So I mean, it's a spectacular engine. You put something like that, even detuned, along with a hybrid power plant, and you're talking about a crazy fast Mustang. It'd be impressive in every way and faster in every way, I'm sure. Although it may be heavier, depending on how those batteries and things work, and how heavy they are. But even if it is better in every single way, and even if it is the new top dog model, it's still scary to me, because to me the thing that gives cars soul is their sounds, their feelings, the vibrations, the analog type of feeling that you get with a normal gasoline engine. Is I think one thing that a lot of people complain about Tesla's not having any kind of personality or character. I mean, they're fun like a roller coaster's fun, but it doesn't have any personality. And So that's kind of the concern, is that the Mustang is going to lose its personality, and it's going to kind of lose some of its character. I mean, sure, it'll look like a Mustang, I'm sure, in some futuristic form here in 2020, and it'll, you know, probably still have a lot of the same cues and throwbacks to pay homage to, you know, the older Mustangs and things like that. And there's no doubt this is what the future is going to be. Everyone's all excited about electric cars. Everyone is convinced that's the future, that's the way to go, that's the best thing to do. So despite whether or not that may actually even be true, that's just what everyone wants. You have to do what the customers want, and it sounds like, according to them, that's what customers want. I mean, I know that many of us here on YouTube that are the, you know, red-blooded enthusiasts are all for either two things: either the fastest, absolute best performing model possible, and those will be the ones that will love this new hybrid one, that are, you know, open to the change and the progression, you know, those things. But then there's the people like myself that just want a stick, want a V8, want that sound, and want that raw emotion and that, you know, tangible connection to a car that, you know, will probably be lost with a hybrid, unfortunately. And so it's crazy times. I mean, Ford in that same press conference was also saying how by 2021 they're going to have a fully autonomous car available to sell to ride-sharing services that will have no steering wheel, no brake pedal or gas pedal, and will be fully autonomous. That's in 2021. At least that's their goal. Who knows if that'll actually happen, but that is their goal. And so, I mean, not only is the V8 engine in danger or the manual transmission dying off, but driving, period, is dying. Everyone doesn't want to drive anymore, aside from us enthusiasts. And so, you know, whether it's 5 years away, 10 years away, 20 years away, remains to be seen. But the fact is that this is the way that society is going, it seems. And so, you know, in that regard, I mean, these are like, you know, the good old days that we have to cherish here, because, you know, I mean, hopefully there will still be, you know, cars that you can drive that are exciting and fun and fast and sound good and stuff for, you know, a couple more decades at least. But, you know, it's a really changing times here. And, yeah, it's kind of crazy, kind of concerning, you know, for enthusiasts here. But yeah, I just wanted to put out this video. I was not planning on doing a video about this or doing any kind of rant or anything, but just this news was super shocking. I, of course, wanted to share it with you guys and, of course, get all of your thoughts on it. So please leave your comments about a hybrid Mustang in the comment section below here. And, of course, subscribe. I will be covering the Detroit Auto Show next week, where the revised 2018 Mustang will be unveiled, and, you know, will hopefully be still, you know, naturally aspirated V8 engine, rear-wheel drive, obviously non-hybrid, since that's not coming until 2020, and, you know, should still be one final hurrah here for these raw Mustangs, and hopefully they will continue on into the next generation as well, and the hybrid will only be an option, not forced, at least not for a while. But yes, that's basically it. And so yeah, like I said, subscribe to see all the exciting new Mustang news here next week for the 2018 models, hopefully. And but yeah, that's it. Let me know once again what you think in the comments below. I'm sure there'll be lots of interesting thoughts. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. I love that V8 sound.